Hello everybody, welcome. Johan here again, and we are starting a brand new series on Miners Haven. Beginners, Miners Haven, Life 1, or however you want to, noobs if you want. To help all the new players in Miners Haven have a good idea of what's going on, what to do, when to do it, and so forth. I'm going to start up Miners Haven. I've created a different account for myself so that I start as a proper noob in Miners Haven with nothing. I have, if you look at the top, 500 cash, $500. And my name is slightly different, Jouhaan YouTube. And look at that, I found a regular box. Now, one of the first things for all the new players, guys, don't ignore these boxes, especially now, okay? Because it is free to open the boxes now. And you can get really good stuff in them, especially for a beginner. Now on Thursday, Bereza said he's going to update or do a major update to Miners Haven, and there will be new items for both beginners and for low life players and high life players. But for now, we're going to take it as it is, because the same principles count all the way through. Now, if you've noticed, I've actually got quite a nice daily box here on the right hand side. And what do we have in our inventory? We'll just have a look in a second. But first thing to do is, if you come into Miners Haven and you go to your inventory and you click on an item and it doesn't want to place, and you see this one will want to place, right? A lot of guys come in and they click on the inventory items and nothing happens. Okay, what you do, now the inventory is also, if you look in the left hand side, inventory is E on the keyboard, F is shop, alright, is you reset, so you press escape on your keyboard, reset your character, and then you will be able to place. That is a glitch. It seems to have been mostly fixed, but it still happens. Okay, so it's an important one to know is reset your character first, and then you can go to your inventory. And you'll see you have an iron mine, basic furnace, basic conveyors, a few of them. How many do we have? 10. We have 4 iron mines. Notice the number 4 on the left hand side. An ore purifier, which adds $9 to any ore, and a large ore upgrader, increases the value of ore that passes through it by 35%. And a torch for the night, although Bereza has made the nights less dark. Alright, so for the moment we're going to ignore the box and say, what happens if I drop in and what do I need to do? So I'm going to open my inventory, click on my basic iron mine and place it. Okay, now and pressing Q to quit the inventory. What happens if I drop that iron into the basic furnace? You'll see iron ore is worth $2 each. So every time an iron ore drops, it increases by $2. Okay, now, what is the trick here? The trick with Miners Haven is, instead of running these lines, because they can lag servers, they take quite a long time, etc. What we want to do is to start using cell furnaces. Now, that looks almost like a cell, but it's not. It's a basic furnace. There's your first cell furnace. You need almost $7,500 for it. And then the next one up is that one, cell incinerator. Now you'll notice the first one here, it only multiplies your ore by 20. So ore value times 20. So this iron mine is $2. So times 10 would be $20. Times 20 is 40. So if I drop that iron mine into this furnace, it'll give me $40 per ore. and then that one would be times 300, and then the next cell up times 1500. So you can see. And why do we use cells? Why not go for these furnaces? Where are they? Well, these, that one, there's a furnace. These ones here are research centers, which give you research points. There's an ore incinerator. This is the first up of the furnaces. All right. But look. And then this one, a quantum processor. Yeah. Gives 3 points per 100 ore. And this one quadruples the value, right? So you can see by the time this one is times 300, and this one, which is a lot more expensive, only quadruples the ore value. So you have to upgrade the ore quite a lot before you get to the same kind of value you'll get with the cell incinerator. Right, so what are we looking at? We are trying to get 7,400. And then what do? We try and get the best mine we can into that cell, right? Into the furnaces or cell furnaces. Okay. Another thing, these things, all pulsars, once you have the money, get a pulsar because you need to clear ore, otherwise it's going to get stuck and cause lag. By lag, I mean there are too much or too many ores on a conveyor or something, and then your whole server will lag. The next thing to know is here, where the little bird is, there's a gear. If you click on that, your base settings are here. You're on first life. You can see, and I need 25 quintillion to rebirth. Right, so this is the aim of this whole game. You rebirth, and when you rebirth, you get rebirth items, which are more powerful. And as you get more rebirth items, which are more powerful, you can make more money, and you can rebirth faster. So it's like leveling up. Now the ore limit is at the moment see, can't update my ore limit. Why? Because I need 28.56 stillion. Oh, I see, Bereza has changed this. This is strange. The ore limit is 255. Anyway, here are this is the social media codes that Bereza gives. He gives out codes every now and then, and you enter the code here and it gives you special items and things like unobtainium crystals here at the top that you can use to buy things in the shop over here. Okay, and here at the bottom, if you click on withdraw all items, that will clear your base. If you say yes, it will take all the items off your base. You see, nothing there. It hasn't disappeared, it's in my inventory. Okay, there it is, there's my 4 mines, and there is my 1 basic furnace. All good. Right, moving on. Now you can see it's not as dark. If you have played this before, you'll see it's not as dark as it used to be. The other thing we have, let's look at what's in our inventory. All right. So basic conveyors, upgraders, and a furnace. So the first thing we're going to do is put down our iron mines, run them on a basic conveyor into a furnace through the upgraders. Oh, I saw a yellow box. Now, yellow boxes and blue boxes are even more important than grey boxes for getting items. all right? But if you're looking for research points, which you will need, then you want to take all the boxes. So I always tell everybody, do not ignore the boxes. Yes, we are going really slow. If you've watched my other account, then you will know that that one goes a lot faster than this one, because I have speed upgrades and I have a sword that makes me go faster, etc. All right. So here we go. We are going to place down our mines. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. For the moment, it doesn't matter where you place them, because we're not going to be using that much space on the base. We're going to take our conveyors. Now you'll notice that the conveyor has a lip on the left-hand side and not on the right-hand side. Now if you press R on your keyboard, it will rotate that conveyor, and the lip is the direction in which the conveyor goes. Okay. Now if I click with my mouse on the right, click and drag, it rotates me, and I can then use the normal keys W, S, A and D to move forward and sideways and back. Now I've zoomed out. Instead of standing here and trying to place things, use your mouse wheel and zoom out. Okay, so there we go. I'm taking my ore. Oh, is this Scary Cool Dan TDM? Yeah, it's one of my friends on my other account. He's probably let's friend him on this account. All right. Say hello to YouTube. Oh, nice shirt. Look, he's wearing a Minus Haven shirt. And that is very Brazilian carnival, isn't it? All right, so are you watching the stream, mate? He probably is watching the stream as well. Okay, so I'm using my mouse wheel to zoom in and out. It's much easier to build and things like that from this position than it is from here. Everything moves around too quickly. So you zoom out a bit, then you can see where things fit. I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys that at the beginning. I said hi on YouTube earlier, mate. Okay, he's recording this and putting it on his channel. Okay, okay. Hi, YouTube. All right, so what's the next thing to do? Back to our inventory, and now we need upgraders. But now look at this. This large ore upgrader increases the value of the ore that passes through it. Now, do we want to let the ore pass through and then add $9? Or do we add $9 first and then upgrade it? Yes, because then it'll upgrade a larger value ore. So that's what we want to do first. We first want to place down our purifier, which adds value to the ore, and then we are going to increase that value by 35%. But notice, and this is important, this is where a lot of players, even high-level players, I've seen make this mistake. They take upgraders that can't upgrade an ore because of its value and stick it into a line. Look at the value that this ore upgrader can give. 35%, yes, but only on ore with, or does not affect ore with more than 5,000. In other words, only upgrades ore that are worth up to 5,000. Anything over 5,000, it's not going to do anything to it. It's not going to upgrade it. That ore will just pass right through it and nothing will happen. So always read the descriptions. Okay, and now we're going to see we've got 20. Oh, by the way, the other thing to do, just a quick mention, is Google these mines. All right, if you go to Google and say, for example, iron mine miners Haven. Now it'll give you a few options, but go to the Wikia, not the wiki, the Wikia, this one. Okay. Now it's giving us the remote iron mine here, but notice, oh, okay. Okay. So basic, and there, basic iron mine. All right. And we can see it gives one ore every 3 seconds over here. That is very important. How many times it drops per second, or how many seconds it takes to drop is important. And what's the value of the ore? The ore value is only $1. Okay, so that's a thing to watch with your mines. Don't just assume it's okay and the next one up is going to be better. It's not. All right. So when you're playing, you can't just go to the shop and go, all right, I've got this mine, and now I'm going to buy the next one, which is better. You know, that one, for example. It's not necessarily better. Because I'll give you an example when we'll see this later on again. This mine here and this mine here, these two give better value than that one. All right, just because of what it drops, how many times it drops, and into what it drops, and how much work you have to do to get it to give you what you need. So it really, it's not a thing of the next mine up or the next more expensive mine is going to give you a better value. It's not. And that is the whole trick behind playing Miners Haven, is don't assume anything. Read the descriptions. Oh, we've got unobtainium crystals lying around. You see these little pink boxes? Now they give you unobtainium crystals. We've got an obtainium crystal in that one, and they can give up to 4, and we found another one in that. So we've got 2 unobtainium crystals. Now Bereza has made the character give light itself, which helps a lot. Before, these characters didn't give any light, and you had to put down torches. You see? And now we're going to drop our ore into the furnace and see what happens. Now notice how that starts to run up a lot faster. Because remember, we've now gone, taken the $1 ores, basic iron mine, and we've added $9 to it and upgrade by 35%. And you can see now, you can also see the value of the ores, whereas before we couldn't. So every ore oh, by the way, now what do we do next? We want to increase this further. Right, so as soon as we have the money or the cash, then we add more of these to get a better value ore. All right. Furnaces, conveyors, and upgraders. That's the next tab along, and this one is for building. All right. So we can almost afford another large ore upgrader. We can afford already an ore purifier machine. All right. So let's buy an ore purifier. Notice cash went down. I now go to my inventory and there's another ore purifier. So we're going to take this one away. We click on it and you'll notice that withdraw is it. Be careful. Don't click C, which is right, and X especially, selling it, which is right next to it. Be careful. So withdraw it and it puts it back in the inventory. We're going to take our ore purifier, put it down there. What I can do is leave some space for it for another one, right? And go 1, 2. How long are those? Yeah, 2. And then put my upgrader there. And then my furnace at the end. And what are we getting now? 27 instead of 14. So I'm now going to wait until I can afford another one of these. Put that in. How scary has left us. Because ultimately what I'm looking for is these. Although yes, I could have. So what we can do is we can add to that, make more money. And then the next thing we're going to look at is, instead of doing these lines, how we're going to do the furnaces, of the cell furnaces rather. Excuse me. Right, so I would say let's just look at if we're going to be doing that. Let's buy another one of those. And we're going to put it in there. See what it does. $39. Right, and now see how much faster our money is going up. Okay, Sibareza has changed a few things, obviously. The values aren't showing here exactly what we're getting there. We're getting more than it shows here. And we're in between, because on Thursday there's a major update coming. So we'll see what's happening. But this still gives you a really good idea of what you need to do. I think I'm just going to move my, come on, to the other screen. Oop. Let's close that. By the way, if you saw that, Buffer is for Twitter. Very good. You can load a bunch of tweets and then Buffer will take them and tweet them for you at certain times. Go back to Roblox. Now notice we're at 12,000K already. So what we want to do, and when you know what's going on, what you really want to do, then this actually happens so fast that you almost can't keep up. Because what I want to do is move on to droppers instead of doing this. Start buying these. Now remember, this one gives 20 times the ore, and which ore are we going to drop? I need to go and tweet quickly because it seems now the ore values and things have changed. But we know we can afford, you see this crystal mine, and there's a copper mine, and this remote iron mine might be the ticket. Let's just have a quick look. I'm going to have a look on the wiki. Remote iron mine ore value is $7. Okay. The copper mine,
it's 1630.
Copper mine ore value is, ooh, what's happened there? Something else opened up. Okay. Copper mine is $6. Can you see that? Remote iron mine, that's exactly what I was talking about. That remote iron mine is worth more than the copper mine, which is, copper mine is 7,400, and the remote iron mine is only $400. And what's the difference? Well, this one you've got to click it. So if you're not clicking, it's not making any money. All right? And that's where the thing comes in. Iron excavator. Let's have a look at what that is. Is $32. And it's only $600 to buy the mine. You see? So that's a lot better than this copper mine, which is much more expensive. So for the moment, that's our next option, isn't it? Right? If let's buy one, put it down. Let's have a look at what it does while we're at it. Let's just put it down here. Okay. And what happens is you have got to go and stand here and click it, right? Look at the size of ore that it gives. But notice what's going to happen to the cash when they start going in. How much faster this jumps. Okay. The problem with these mines are you can only handle one or maybe two of them, if you've got a friend helping you click. So these excavators, you've got to click them. So as a general rule, unless you're dropping into what? Into one of these. Cells. Those are not really a good idea, are they? But what happens if we drop them into a cell? Now, can I afford a cell? Yes, I can already afford a cell. So I'm buying a cell, putting it down here. I'm just going to stay there. Then I click on that one and I withdraw it. Remember Z, do not click on that X, which is right next to it. It happens a lot. And then I'm just moving back a bit. And we're going to place that and rotate it. Okay, you see there's the mouth of the mine, is that like semi-transparent white bit. And we place it up and you see the green boxes. If they overlap each other, it goes red, so it won't place. If you pull it back a little bit, it goes blue, and it's right next to the other one. That's how we can see. So the mouth of that mine is now inside, and yes, it's on the one side, but it'll either be on that side or on this side, never in the middle. And then what happens? Watch what happens if I'm now going to click this and watch the cache. See how much faster that runs. That's 400 each. Can you see the numbers in the furnace there? And I'm now looking, if I do this for a few minutes, I can go and buy a better incinerator. I can buy better mines. Now, this one is the one I really want. All right, that's the one we're aiming for, plutonium excavator, because that one is really going to get us much higher. Right, but in the meantime, I can look at things like these. Right, that diamond mine. Now, the diamond mine. Remember this excavator here. So that's a diamond mine, yeah? Now the excavator gives 32, wasn't it? Now that diamond mine is 26. Now look how much more expensive that is. But they run on their own. You see, but the thing is, that's 26 only. And I've already got a mine here that delivers 32. So why would I want to buy that unless I want a whole range of them, and I can't click, or I can't have a bunch of these because I can only click one of them. But these ones, for example, these remote mines, you can click a bunch of them at the same time because you've got one remote that can click every single one of them. And that remote iron mine is again $7. Yeah. Now we haven't even looked at the others yet. Like the gold excavator. Let's have a look at that. Gold excavator, $120. And I can already buy one of those. Now remember, yeah, you might think, oh yes, but now I'm wasting money. No, I'm not, because I can sell the other ones, but I'd rather want to go and do the things that can make me spend money on the things that can make you more money. And the basic principle is the same in real life. You spend money to make money, or it takes money to make money. You've got to go and spend it. Oh, there's a yellow box. Now we haven't even opened our gifts for the day, because there might be some really nice things in there, but I'm ignoring them, because I want to work on the principle behind Miners Haven rather than use luck to get me more stuff. Now watch the difference. Remember when we clicked this one, those thousands came in quite quickly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and remember this one's 32. This one here is 120. Is it 120? Was it $120? Yeah, here we go. Look at that. 51, 4, 6, 9, 60. And so there we go. Now we're talking. So with this one, pretty soon, and you can now see that difference between having these lines on. Yes, it gives you some, but you've got to really upgrade quite a lot before it's going to do anything significant. Whereas the cells, anybody that really knows what they're doing here will tell you. They'd hate to tell you this, but they will tell you. Cell furnaces at low lives is the way to go. Higher lives, yes. As soon as you get towards the end of your first life, you have to run a setup. You have to run lines to get the amount of money you need to rebirth. And after that as well. But to get there, cells are the way to go. All right, so while we're doing that, now I have installed on my machine a multi-clicker as well, or a fast clicker, but I'm not going to use that for the moment. We will assume that most players can't install a fast clicker for themselves or can't play this game necessarily with a fast clicker all the time. So I'm just clicking now. Look at that. Where are we? Where are we aiming? We are aiming, remember, for one of these. And we are quite rapidly getting there, because remember this furnace we are dropping into now, this cell furnace, is only times 20. This one, the next one up, is times 300. So I can still use this mine and really increase the amount I'm getting from it by just upgrading that cell. So I'm aiming for 450k. And if you click more buttons, especially if you have a fast clicker, clicking more buttons delivers more ore. And notice it's really jumping up. I'm just clicking by hand now. And it's moving along swimmingly. Yes, that is a phrase. See any comments on the dashboard? We are live streaming, so, well, I am live streaming. Catty Mouse is not with me today. She's watching videos. She can't even hear what I'm saying. Oh, she says she can. Say hi. Say hello, YouTube. I'm live streaming. Yeah, I'm live streaming. Oh, wait a second. Have I gone past now? Yes. 450k. I have now bought my cell incinerator. Okay, now remember, I'm using shortcut keys on the keyboard to do these things. Take that cell furnace away or move this mine. Doesn't really matter which one you do. Remember, be careful. If you don't want to sell something, don't hit the X. You can also click that on your keyboard. Oh, on the screen, I mean. Okay, so we're going to take the cell incinerator, drop it in there. Now you notice as you get bigger cells, they have these bits on the end. So the first one you could put 4 mines around it. This one you can only put 3 mines around. The next one you can only put 2 mines. So it does depend which one you get. And you'll notice the blue box will show you. There's this bit here where even if you put a mine here on the left, it won't drop into the cell. But now let's have a look. Remember how fast we got to 450k? I'm going to start clicking this mine now. Remember, we just upgraded the cell itself. The one we had was times 20. This one is now times 300, isn't it? Yeah, times 300. So here we go. Look at the cash. Bang, 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 bang. And we've now already passed where we were. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm in the millions, and I've got my first millionaire badge. All right, you can see when we really started dropping, the ore started piling up here before it got incinerated. So that's what you need one of these for. If things start getting out of hand, we need an ore pulsar. So what's next? All right, let's see. Now got a mine dropping, and you see I haven't been working lines, and actually to all intents and purposes I can now clear my base. I can place the mines and just work for the next one. That's all I do, is clear the base, put these two down, the gold excavator and the cell incinerator, and just work for the next mine. So let's do that for the moment. Okay, withdraw all items. Yes. We'll be back in a moment, everyone. In the meantime, while I just go and see who's at the front door, here are the latest codes. Here are the latest Miners Haven codes, which gives you free items from Bereza. Add or type in the codes into the base settings where I showed you where the social media codes go. Type them in there and it'll give you free items. I'll see you in a second.
It's 16:45.
All right, everyone, we're back. We're live. And, oh, there we go. I've cleared the base. Ooh, yellow boxes. You'll notice that my RP has gone up quite a lot. There at the top center, I have research points. Now, I'm not going running after all the other boxes for the moment because I'm live streaming. If I wasn't, then I would go. That's what I normally would do. Okay, so what we're going to do is, remember what we did? We had the yellow cell. Now I'm placing it just in the center of the base for the moment because we're going to be changing things quite quickly. And once I start up, now remember we're working towards having a cell farm where you have a bunch of cells with a bunch of mines running at the same time themselves. And that's what's going to get you to be able to buy, and the aim at the end, remember I said towards the end of life one, to rebirth, you do need a setup. But until that point, where you need to run these cells to afford the setup at the end. So once you can afford the setup, then you run a setup. And that's what we're aiming for. So here we go. Oh, here's 1M. Hey, 1M. Ah, there we go. Ah. Are you following the stream? Oh, he's still got no mouse. Oh, yes, please. It's going to help me click. Now, yeah, so 1M is watching the stream as well with me. Okay, so the next thing we're aiming for is to do what? Is to get one of these. Okay, and that is, well, actually, that's the ideal. Plutonium excavators will get you your next step, but the next big step. All right, so for the moment, what have we got? There's a gold excavator, platinum mines, people buy those. And you remember, these aren't worth as much as the ones we've got now. But what about the remote diamond mine? Let's quickly have a look. What's the remote diamond mine worth? $100. Now, what are we on at the moment? $120. So there you go. You see, the remote diamond mine is not as good as the gold excavator, which costs a lot less. So if we can't upgrade them, we need 500 million for the plutonium excavator. So what can we do? What do we need for the next stuff? 950 million. So yes, we are going to upgrade the plutonium. We're going to upgrade the mine before we upgrade the cell this time. Let's just look and make sure that our plutonium excavator is $725. Yeah. Yeah, there's a delay from the live stream to what we're actually doing. So that is it. That's what we're aiming for. We're going to upgrade the mine before we upgrade the cell. All right. So we're clicking. What do we need? 500. Oh, we can buy more, sorry. Let's buy one more. Buy another gold excavator. And we don't need to change cells, because remember we can put more than one around this. So we put the gold excavator, rotate, whoops, and stick it in there. Here we go. And here we go. One of the things I can do is once I have a few million, I can then open my daily gift, and the daily gift normally gives you a percentage of what you've already got. One M. Happy that you've got more RP than me for a change. Now, we can stand here forever and click, which we are going to be doing, not forever. It just takes a while. The other thing we can do is take what we've got, go for a lower value, yes, but more cells and more mines. Remember, we now have to get to 500 million. Okay. Which is quite a few minutes away at this rate. Going man on the other side. Okay, so what else can we do? We can run something else while we're doing this. We can afford more of these cells. We can afford mines that run automatically, right? So why not do this? I'm going to get 10 of these cells. Right, which mines? Was it the remote iron mine? I'm trying to remember now. Which is the next? Gold excavator, copper mine, remote iron mine, that's 7. Okay. Crystals, let's just have a look. Eight. I can't have one of those. Gold mines. Here's 950. Platinum, let's see. Oh, did we go to remote diamond? Have we checked that out? Remote diamond is $100. There we go. Okay. And 20 of those is only going to cost me $6.79. Because remember, I've got a whole bunch of these cells now. And remember, every drop in the bucket counts. So while he's clicking there, and even if he wasn't there, I'd still be doing this, because I can then run a whole bunch of these at the same time. Where is my cells? There we go. So put them down because I don't have that many of them. Oops. I need to rotate them. Let's put them end to end like so. You see I'm watching the blue box. As soon as it goes blue, I can place it. Okay. And then we get the mines, and you can see how much easier it is. I can also bring the mine into my light, rotate it so I can see what it's doing, and then I can see where it's placing over there by looking at the bottom of the blue box against the bottom of the other one. Notice if I push it forward, it's in the red, so bring it back, and I can put it either side there. It doesn't really matter, this side or that side. We'll go for that, like so. Then rotate them and start on the other side. I'll put them off center on that side. Whoop. Like that, and that, and that, and that, and so we carry on. And notice when we put down these remote mines, in the bottom right hand side of your screen, you'll see a little radio here. And you can actually go into the black part of the radio and move it across to wherever you want it. Okay, so it was down here. It's now here. I'm going to put it in the center. And when you click, all those mines drop at the same time. Yeah? And notice, oops, what's going on? Are they not dropping in? Oh, I forgot. I told you I was going to embarrass myself at some point. There you go. Done. I have reached my goal. Embarrassed myself. Put the mines on the bit that sticks out on the side rather than in line with the actual cell. Oh, is that one? No.
It's 17 hours.
Let's get out of here. I'll move that one in a sec. Withdraw it and just put it back. And now we need a pulsar. We need only one of them. Okay. Put the pulsar down anywhere you want, doesn't matter. And then at the bottom right hand side of your screen is brownish button. We'll click destroy all ores, bang, and all the ores are gone. And here we go. And now look at those millions go. And that is from just me clicking. So you see, we used the money we made from the other mines. And yes, I wasted a bit, but it doesn't make that much difference. And now we're going much faster. And 1M can also click the mine if he wants. If you click that one, there you go, there he's clicking the mine. And that, every drop in the bucket counts, and we're making more and more and more, faster and faster and faster. Oh. Ore's building up again, pulse it, bang, and off we go. Because if you leave ore sitting around and blocking other ore, you're making less. So use the pulsar. Now remember what we're aiming for? Better mines, bigger cells, and so forth. And I mean, remember now, we can add more to this. Yeah, I can now buy a bunch, another set of these. Now, you don't want to go too far because you do have to watch your ore limit. If you look at the screen, the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that the word ore limit, the green indicator comes in from the left. If that thing goes red, then you have to stop and remove some mines and things like that. But we're not even reaching near ore limit. We're not even a quarter at the moment. So I can add another set like that and we shouldn't even get half. Right? Again, I am ignoring my daily gift and the boxes that I've collected because I want to work on only the principles behind this for now. So let me go. Let's add another set. Now, oh, here's something I need to show you guys. If you want something, or if you want another cell incinerator, for example, I can click on it and you can see the word copy in the list. Right? I can press C on my keyboard to copy it, or click that to copy it. So I can go and press C on my keyboard 10 times. And the same for these remote diamond mines. You can actually copy, basically it just buys another one. All right? Or I can go to the shop, go to the sales and say, all right, I want another 10 of these. Yeah? Click on that, or you can use the arrows up and down there. Just be careful, remember that you've done this, because I've done this quite a few times. Forget that I've done it, and click, and you've bought 10 ore pulses, and you can only use one. All right, so I'm going to buy another 10 of these. And diamond mines, where are they? There, remote diamond mines, and I'll buy another 20 of these. Okay. And let's put them down quickly. Over here. Now you can sell these things at the end when you don't need them anymore. You can sell them quite fast. By, for example, you go to the thing that you want to sell, like let's say that iron excavator, and I right click on it and say sell all. It sells all the iron excavators. All right. So let's place our, oh, go on. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, already just disappears. Tells me that I've come to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let me go and check. I'm using the D button on my keyboard to move sideways. 10, rotate the mines, and on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here we go. Now, watch the money move. By the way, let's just pulse again before we do anything else. Bam, get rid of all the ores. And now remember, that's the beauty of this. I use one remote to drop all of the mines. And you can see the ore limit, it's not even a quarter. Look at that. And we're making, why has the money stopped? Weird. Okay, now I am going a little bit against the principle I teach myself, where I'm not actually having as many as I can. which is what I should be doing. I should add more mines. What we should do is remove these, take that one away, buy another bunch of them, because remember what we're aiming for is that cell processor. Okay, because they will give us 1,500. If you have cell processors with plutonium excavators dropping, then you're making money. But remember, it's a plutonium excavator. An excavator, you have to go and click that individual mine. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the cells with our current mines. Because instead of getting times 300 on every diamond, you're getting times 1,500 on every diamond. And that's the whole point. And the diamonds are good. They're $100 a piece. Okay, so what we're aiming for is 950 million for our first one. That's what we want to get. So I'm going to be spending money, again, spending money to make money. Buy another 20 of those. And we want 40 of those, I reckon. Bam. Now we're starting to use up space here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just setting a line down, I'm now going to align one set with the other set. So these mines will align with those mines there, touching them, and I know they're in the right spot, and I don't have to worry about the gaps or anything. I'm just making the blue cubes align and placing the mines. All right. We can do the same on that side. I'm going to rotate my mine. 1, 2, 1. Oops, there's some lag on the server. Now, most of the time when you find lag on a server, it's somebody at low life, life 1, running, or low lives, life probably in the range from 1 to 20, running a major setup with lots of ore. And the closer they are, and it's really about their ore limit, the closer they are to the ore limit, the more likely they are to lag the server. So let's just see if there's any messages on YouTube. No, it's all good. Back here, and we are going to place our cells. Place the cells like so. You see, I'm again using the blue cubes to help me align the mines, or align the cells with the mines, rather than having to try and guess it from here. Because this is what I see a lot of people, they walk right up to it and then try and get it in. No, it's just zoom out, and I'm aligning from the top. And it's much easier, I can see much further. And you can build a lot faster. This is where the high life plays. You see these guys rebirth quickly, and they're standing in one spot and they're building like mad. That's what they're doing. You zoom out. And you build from the top. There we go. Once I've got the one down, I know, see the mine heads. I'm not even looking at the boxes now. I'm looking at the mine heads, and I keep the bottom edge of the mines aligned. I align the mine heads, keep them all in line, and I know I'm in the right place. And I don't even have to go over there. I'm just standing here in one spot building all these mines. Align, rotate, align the mine heads, touch, come out, I know I'm in the right place. And I'm building much faster, much easier. Oops, mouse jumped there. I wasn't in the right spot. But it's easy to fix. Done. Pick that one up and place it down again. And here we go. Let's see the money go. And the ore limit is not even being stressed out at all. And there you can see I'm rising up in millions around about every second. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, every 2 seconds. 1 million every 2 seconds. Now what I should be doing, again, is I should have packed them in really nicely so that I can get even more mines in on my base and they would rise even faster. I'm just keeping an eye as I'm clicking, keeping an eye that we're not getting any major build-up anywhere. Wait a second, these mines are not dropping. What's going on? Can we only have a certain number of mines? This row of mines here let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't give us any spec on that it won't drop with a certain number of mines. Strange. Let's pulse them. See if that helps. Oh, there we go. Oh, those are dropping. No, they're not. Well, my ore limit isn't showing that it's going over, but what normally happens is if you go over an ore limit, then mines would stop producing. So they are producing now. There. It might be that there's a glitch and it's not actually showing us our real ore limit. Let's have a look. No, there's nothing there. Let's just reset while we're at this. Just to make sure that there isn't anything glitching. And even that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to glitch. Yeah, that row is not dropping. Okay, and if I click faster, the inside rows are producing, but the outside ones aren't. I have to pulse then maybe they'll produce. Yeah, that's weird. There's a glitch. Yeah, there's definitely a glitch. Because now, after the pulse, the left hand line is producing, but the right hand line is still not producing. See, when I'm even clicking slower, I'm actually producing more. And clicking fast. So let's see. One click gets me almost to this, around 2 million. So yeah, one click gets me around 2 million. Because if I click fast, yeah. Oh, no, there's only one line producing. Okay. That's better. I'm going a little bit faster. And all the mines are still producing, so just pushing it a little bit. I can always pulse again to get the left hand line going. Now normally guys, at this kind of stage, I don't want to do this and drop out and drop back in again, because what I would have to do is I'd have to leave the game, quit the game, and then start again, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sort out the problem, you know, depending on what kind of glitch this is. So I'm just going to keep on, we're not that far away, I'm just going to keep on going this way. Let's pulse it again. What we're aiming for is what? This. 950 million for the cell processor. And then one of these, which I can click as well. Well, we'll see. All right. And we'll have space because that line on the right hand side is not working anyway, so I'll remove that. Oh, 1M, sorry 1M, I didn't notice your chat because I was trying to figure out what was going on here and I wasn't watching the chat. So, sorry buddy. I hope we'll see you soon. You're going to get a new mouse. Yeah, terrible without a mouse. Somebody stole his mouse. I don't understand. If you steal things, that if then things don't belong to you. Those things you have are not yours. They're other people's. So you actually never get the satisfaction of having your own things, or earning to get your own things. And we're getting close. We're at almost 700 million. And it didn't take us that long. And you've got to remember that, you know, people watching this stream, you might think, oh, this is taking a while. Well, believe me, watch other people play this game, right? And I show them, I get to them, they've been playing for days and they're not even making millions, right? And you show them and go, what? Just that simple all along, that quick. You know, how long have we been? An hour and 24 minutes, and if I was playing by myself intensively, I would have been under an hour. I would have already had, and I've been on my way to billions. Well, not 1 billion, billions. And remember, to rebirth, you need 25 quintillion. So, few hours, couple of days, we can get there. And it also depends on what you're prepared to do and how much time you have. Because I've got to sit here and I've got to click this. You know, or how social you want to be. You know, if you want to run around with your mates and chat and all kinds of things, you won't be clicking much. So you can't then want to sit and click, but this is the fastest way. Right. You know, so the question is, how fast do you want to get to the rebirth point? And how social do you want to be? And how much do you want to run around chasing after boxes and all kinds of things like that, which is what I do. I do as well. I go around and I collect boxes. Oh, talking about boxes, there's another yellow one. Now remember, before, and there was a lot of combat in Miners Haven. Oh, there's a blue box stuck in that guy's base. Who is that? Is that Scary? Scary? Blue box. Yeah, in your base, buddy. Over there. It's his base. It's his blue box. Unless he ignores it, then I'm going to take it. Okay, it's going to disappear because you're ignoring it. Oh, and I found an unreal box. Now, finding unreal boxes, that can really help your cause, especially moving on from these cell droppers. Okay, we call these droppers. And I'm creating, or I have created, a dropper farm. All right, so and what I just got was an unreal box, which is this one here. Now, regular boxes have regular things in it, not necessarily that exciting, but all kinds of really funky stuff like lights and things like that. Unreal boxes can have upgraders in them and things like that, especially if you look at the higher end boxes, you get things like pro upgraders, which you can use all the way through, and they don't disappear when you rebirth. So your rebirth items increase, and you must remember that you have to use these before you leave the game. Okay, so let's quickly open an Unreal box, see what this one gives us. In the meantime, we can click. Oh, there was a noobite mine. That would have been nice. And we've got a... I've been so unlucky with these. I'm kidding. I miss all the really good stuff all the time. And that is a noobite mine there, and the ore is quite. What is the noobite ore value? Let's have a quick look. Noobite mines ore value is 5 to 25 million per ore. Now imagine if I could drop that into one of these cells. That would be nice. Rather than $100, we can have 5 odd million. So yeah, that's why you want to collect these boxes, because if you could win one of those, then you are going to move along quite swiftly. And let's open a regular box. We're almost there with our, and we've got a jump pad, which means we can have fun and jump really high. And while we're at it, we might as well open another one. Oh, stay there, stop. Oh, we just missed it. Oh, we've got a cell processor. Yes. Look, it's offline there, but we've got a cell processor already. Fabulous. There you go. So you can see it is worth opening these boxes. Okay. But again, remember, the reason I ignored it is because I wanted to work based on the principle behind it. And if you get a luck, then you're moving on so much faster, which is what's now actually happened. But I'm also at the point where I can almost buy one of these. So we're just going to go for that. Then we'll get that cell processor with another one, and we'll see how much faster that goes. Sorry, Scary. I'm just working on the principle at the moment. I'll see you in a sec. Actually, we've been at your base a few moments ago, although I didn't talk about what's going on his base. There we go. We're at 950 million. We can now buy a cell processor. Bam.
It's 1730.
And what is Scary wanting to show us? Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of mines dropping into. What are you doing, Scary? It's got some lines going there. Let's go have a look. Man, this is slow, especially you're used to going much faster. And now there's no sword statue which you can use and take swords to run faster. Hey, Scary, you've got to change this, mate. Look at how those cells are steaming up there. Look. I like that smoke effect. Okay. Let's use the principle instead of me leaving all of these out. Okay, just to show you guys, I'm going to withdraw all my mines, take the whole lot away, and put out the pulsar again. I'm just going to stick it there in the corner for the moment. And I'm going to start over here. And just put the next, this is the thing, the next cell is much wider, you'll notice. Right, there it is. I've got two, remember, because I won one in a box. I'm just going to put the one down for the moment. You'll see it's wider. It's got these sticky outy bits on either side, not just the one side. I'm going to put the other one down as well because we're going to use it, but not straight away. Now notice, remember that the previous one was times 300. The yellow cell was times 300. This one is times 1500. There's just one remote mine, diamond mine on it. And let's look at what happens. Just click once. Notice that jump. Okay. Just 3 ore and it went up 3 or 4 ore and it's jumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, 7 ore and it's going over 1 million. All right. Whereas before we had a lot more needed for that. That's just one mine into a cell process, into a pink cell. Okay, so let's put 4 of them down. 1 there. Rotate. 1 there. And 1 there. Okay, clicking the 4. Now notice, we're going faster than we did before. Now what you should be doing, remember, is I should have left out my other mines, left them. I shouldn't have taken them away. I should have just added the 2 cells. You know, let's take, or just add 2 mines with these cells and carry on. And that would have now increased. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to rebuild this setup. Let me just check if there are any messages on YouTube. Okay. Well, you see, Aquamaster Dragon just said I got Roblox on my iOS Pro. Now, on the iOS, on the iPads and iPhones, this is also a much easier setup than to run lines. So it even helps for iOS players. To run these. How long have we been streaming now? Hour and a half. Okay, I'm going to quickly just rebuild this. Whoops. We'll draw another line here. So I can start running pink cells in there. Oops. Now remember, this is where we actually should have been. I should not have removed it, but I wanted you guys to see what those 2 cells on their own do. And for the, shall we, yeah, let's do that. Let's get ready for the pink cells. Okay, so we leave a gap of 2 blocks. Remember, we know that the heads get together. Like so. So I just bring the heads together and line them. And I don't have to worry. So the bottom ends of the mines are aligned. And the heads are together. And I can click. Ah! What am I doing? Again, I would have been further along if I hadn't removed all these to show you guys. And if you were using this, you would have been too. You wouldn't have been wasting this time rebuilding all of this. And you would have been well on your way to get another, actually probably already been there, to get another cell processor, the pink cell. Whereas now I'm still rebuilding this, which I already had built. Mines, rotate. And now notice I've still got a whole bunch of mines left. I still have 36 mines left that I can place, but notice how fast this is going to go. Are they going to stop again? Let's have a look. Moving along. Yeah, this is weird. Very weird. There's something going on with the ore limit. See? Where I can't click fast. Some kind of glitch going on. We'll just keep the mine. And it looks like it's got something to do with the remote. Because even now I have fewer mines. Some of them, when I clicked fast, a bunch of them stopped producing, as if my ore limit was filling up. And if you look at the ore limit bottom right, it's not even getting close to half. Now I'm presuming that a lot of this is going, there's something going on because Barreto is planning a major update on Thursday. So now it's in 2 days' time. And this might have been an interim thing causing a glitch. So we're not too worried about it. And always fix the things as we go along. Not stressing out. The important thing is that you get the principle behind what I'm doing. And you can see we're making money a lot faster than most players do in days if they don't know these tricks, if they don't know that you need to come in and start creating dropper farms. No matter what you do, droppers are faster than lines. No low-life line is going to give you a decent amount of money, or this kind of money. I mean, it could also be Breza is trying to stop guys from doing massive dropper farms, and he put it in the code. But we're still making money faster than a line. Although, on Thursday, he said there are new items coming for low-life players. And it could be that he's leveling the field a bit. We don't know. And I'll be doing new videos once I know. Once we see the new items, I'll still do new videos. But even so, this video and this, what I'm doing now, is still valuable because the principle stays the same. Look at the mines. I know high life players who have never once Googled a mine to find out what the actual ore value is. So you see them drop mines that are useless. I said, what are you doing? It's pointless dropping, you know. And you could see earlier, if you were watching the video, if you look earlier, you'll see I was talking and showing the values of the mines and saying a cheap mine outperforming a mine that is way more expensive than it. And the other side of the coin is if you're prepared to stand and click or not. If you're not going to be prepared to stand and click, then you're not going to get the value because the droppers are these remote mines, and the excavators are the ones that give you the best value, and you drop them into the biggest cells you can. Right? So what we're doing now is I am now aiming for, let's do the next one. Remember, there is the plutonium excavator, what I was talking about earlier. Right, and we were going to get a cell processor, which was our first aim, get one of those, and then we get a plutonium excavator, and we're almost there. Because plutonium excavator, now remember, what was that? Plutonium excavator. And also remember, we can only do one of those. Because I want to show you what kind of value these things give. Remote iron, oh, no. I've got to research. Do a search again on that. Let's see. Just going up. Okay. Plutonium excavator value is $725, whereas these diamond mines are $100. Yeah. Okay. So as soon as we reach 500 million, I'm going to take one of those pink cells, cell processors, and stick a plutonium excavator on it. Because that's what we want to do. And I want to show you how much that difference that makes. There we go. If you have somebody to help you, you've got two plutonium excavators dropping into these cells, then let's just go over there. Okay, get a plutonium excavator. Buy one. We'll just put it down anyway. Put the pink cell on it. Go that side and start clicking away. Look at that. Am I now making more than I made with this whole line? Look. Going up in 2 millions. This one going up in 2 millions. Just one mine into the same cell. Now, if you had a friend who could help you click on the other side, or if you had a multi-clicker like me, a fast clicker, I'll switch my fast clicker on and show you. Okay, it's activated, and here we go. I'm now going to activate it and moving along across the buttons, and it does a lot more. Look at that. It's doing the clicking while I just move over the button. So you can see, if you want to have more ore, then you've got to press all the buttons. And there we go. Now I'm doing more with one mine than I did with all the others. But we can't be doing this all the time because we need to move on. We need to start getting billions and then trillions and then quadrillions and then quintillions, because we need 25 quintillion to rebirth. So now already I'm at the point where I can, if I was going to do this with a friend, so I had somebody to help me, then I could buy another plutonium excavator. They could stand on the other side and we would be in the billions. And once we get into the billions, then we make a decision. And the decision is this. All right. Do we buy massive gold into the pink cells, right? These ones, the cell processors. Okay. Massive gold mine delivers $7,600, all right, of ore, but it's every 3 seconds. But if you have a farm full of these, it actually, you can't beat this, the value it gives. You cannot beat it without clicking. Okay. So in other words, if you want to get more value, then you'd have to stand and click. And the mine you would click is, which one was it again? This one, I think. Yes, the remote opal. Remote opal. Was it that one? Yeah, 305, because you can drop faster. Right? You can drop off faster. Was it remote? But now look at the money that you need for these. Yeah? Any of these, you need in billions. So it's the only one you'd really go for is that one. Right, so it's at lesser value than the gold mine, but you can click it faster, and you can have a farm full of these, right? Just like these remote diamonds, you can have a whole bunch of them you can click on your own. Whereas these ones, the excavators, you've got to stand there and click, and you can only click one. Right. Or if you're not going to click, then you get these massive gold mines, but they cost 12 billion each. So you're going to be standing here a while to get one of those. But once you get one, it's working on its own. So your choices are either get massive gold into the cell processors, the pink cells, or get remote opal if you can stand there and click remote opal and make a farm as well into the cell processors, and you're going to get roughly the same value. The cell remote opal can actually deliver a little more. It's 200,000 per second faster than the massive gold, but it's only faster if you're standing there clicking it. Okay, so where the massive gold mines are working on their own. So if you go box hunting and you're not clicking your remote opal mines, you're making no money, and the massive gold mines would be catching you up or overtaking you. So it depends on what kind of commitment you can have to this. So there we go. We're aiming for, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the remote opal mine. So it's just over $1 billion to buy. As you can see, we're running this intelligently. We're looking at the ore values and what kind of delivery it can give. We're looking at the amount of time it takes. We're looking at the kind of commitment you have. And I mean, we've not even been playing for 2 hours, literally. I can tell you on the stream, and I've been doing all kinds of other things and talking and showing things on the stream. Let's look at the stream. Tells me I've been playing for 1 hour and 53 minutes. And I know for a fact that I'm now way beyond what most beginner players are in a week's worth of playing. So if you follow what I'm doing, this is what's going to happen to you. Within actually a lot less time than me, because I'm chatting with you guys and explaining all kinds of things, not concentrating on building all the time, etc., etc. If I was, this would have happened faster. Hour and a half. You don't have to worry about ores falling out. I mean, that's going to happen. As long as you don't have ores getting stuck. Okay. What was the remote opal again? 1.35 billion. And you'll notice I do a lot of my playing zoomed out. Because you can do and see so much more. You look around you. So you see things that you normally wouldn't. I'm alone in the server as well. Okay. Lonely. Right. Remote opal. Let's have a look. Let's stick a remote. I'll leave those there because remember they're already on remote. Stick the remote opal on. So now getting the value of all of those with the remote opal. Oh, Ethan Lane. Shouting out. Ethan Lane. No worries, mate. It's alright, Scary. We can give a shout out to Ethan. Oh, it stopped falling again. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I am going to start replacing oh, yeah, you see, that's what's happening. Those over there stop producing for some or other strange reason, and I don't have the pulsar is recharged. Okay, I pulse them again, but we have to click slower, which is really weird. I've almost been going for 2 hours. And we'll take a break shortly. Okay, now it looks like, unless I have a farm, that this is faster. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do, seeing as this farm here, I've got the diamond mines already. So what I'll do is I'll start replacing these incinerators with the yellow cells with the pink cells, cell incinerators with the cell processors. And as we do that, we'll increase the value. That's how I'll get all my pink cells anyway. All right. And as I add more of them, or change the yellow ones into the pink ones, my money will go faster and faster and faster. All right, so the thing to do, remember, is that we want to get cell processors. So we're not going to go and increase and get more open mines right now. We're going to go for cells, because the cells are what is going to get us to our ultimate goal, which is the sacrificial cell. Now look at this thing. Remember, we went from times 20 to times 300 to times 1500, but the sacrificial cell is times 50 million. And once you get that, then you're looking at real money, which will get you to be able to buy your setup to get to 25 quintillion. Remember, 25 quintillion being what we need there to rebirth. Okay. So that is my next aim, is another pink cell. Who's with me here? Oops, I'm going to have to reset. That looks like 1M, but it's not. Not sure who that is. Okay. Emil. Is that Emil? Oh, no, it's not. It's Carolus. I wonder if Carolus is Dutch. Oh, before we do this, let's get that yellow box. Oh, remember, this is the thing with combat I was talking about earlier, where guys went around killing other players to get their RP. What they don't realize is picking up boxes is way more valuable than going around killing other players, because a grey box will give you anything between 300 and 600, right? But they fall a lot. So 10 will give you anything from 3 to 6,000, and most players, to get 6,000 RP from another player, that player needs to have 600,000 RP points, and most players don't have anything more than 300,000. So it's pointless. Pick up boxes, go hunt boxes, and don't ignore the grey ones. The yellow ones are in the thousands. They're normally like 2 to 6,000 or something. and so are the blue ones. But those, your chances of getting a, sorry, let's call them crates. Your chances of getting boxes that you can open up in the yellows and the blues are higher, and the chances of getting an Unreal box or an Inferno box is also higher in the diamond crates, in the blue ones. Well, seeing as I've given a shout out to Ethan Lane, I hope he subscribes and likes the video. You know, would be nice, because I saw Scary Cool said to him, "I saw you in another stream doing the same thing, so please stop." That's all right. We'll give anybody wants a shout out. As long as it's not too many of them, I'll give you a shout out. But like the videos and subscribe. That'd be nice. Okay, so here we go. We can afford another pink cell already. And we are going to be using them. So we get one. And put it down. And put some diamond mines on it. Actually, it's not. Oh, might as well. And click through mid. Let's see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on the mines to see that they don't stop producing, because then going faster. Yeah, look at them stop producing. That's weird. That's really weird. And I'm just clicking by hand. That's very strange. So it looks like, now if everything is working the way they should, then that should give me a lot more value, but at the moment it's not. So it looks like my best value is using this. Right, where's Scary Cool? Is anybody else joining me here? Emil doesn't realize that it's me. And obviously not watching the stream. Right, so what I'm planning, I think the way to go for the moment would be to plan to get a bunch of, oh, there we go. Everything stopped producing. Seeing as we've got this glitch going on, is to get a few cell processors, the pink cells, and then getting some more opal mines. Start replacing the diamond mines with it. Because I can have at least one opal mine for every 3 diamond mines. I wish these plutonium excavators were remote. Right, we've been going for just over 2 hours. And I'll take a break soon. We'll take a break for about, so we'll take a break in, so say 5 minutes time. What time is it now? Yeah, at 1/4 the hour. And I will be back on the half hour. So in 4 minutes time, I'll take a break for 15 minutes. If only I had a friend to help me. But most of you won't and be doing this alone. So, by the way, remember that let me just stop this. And remember, all this clicking could be replaced by other mines if you're not going to be clicking all the time. And ideally, you want to click the remote rather than on an excavator. But the excavators, I found a regular box, are quicker. Slow. Now the other thing we can also find in the boxes are things like haste infusers. If we get a haste infuser, then we'll move a lot faster too. And oh, we just missed a thrust infuser, which means we jump higher. Orange teleport sender, which we will be using later. Let's buy a couple of, or one at least, big cells. There we go. And we are going to be, because if we can reduce these mines, we should be able to click more. Without them stopping. So that's my aim at the moment, is to add more of these, which would make more money with fewer mines. Right, come on, 3. So now, remember, we have fewer mines, which means it should go faster. Oh, it should keep on producing more without the mine starting. That middle line is already slowing down. But look at that. You see what I mean? Now that I've got 4 pink cells running, it really makes a difference. Pulse it, and away we go again. Okay, so I'm still at the point where look at that. That's really weird. I'm not even clicking that fast, and I've got ore piling up. This is really glitchy at the moment. It's not, and it's not. It's look at that. It's not like I was overtaxing it. I mean, we used to be able to use a fast clicker on this remote without getting too much of that happening, these pile-ups. So this is not normal. Oh, my time's up. I've got to take a break. Okay guys, I'll see you in 15 minutes on the round about 1/2 past. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like the videos and please subscribe. We will be doing on Saturdays, we'll be doing some live streaming with a whole bunch of friends where we go and play a whole bunch of different games. We did 50 different games to get an achievement in Roblox, and it was so much fun that we've decided to carry on with it. So Saturday afternoons, evenings in the UK. So in the US, it will be Saturday morning, and we'll be playing for hours. Last one we streamed for 11 hours solid. So come and join us, and I'll see you guys later. See you in 15 minutes. Thank you, guys. Cheers.